So why aren't the leaders of today working together? State officials, federal officials, even global. Why aren't leaders working together? So here's what's interesting about leadership. Leadership is one of these things that, until people actually sit down, talk, discuss, figure out, then what happens is no one's actually leading. And right now, what we can see in the world is we can see, especially if we live in the United States, leadership is lacking. Now, listen, don't get me wrong about what I'm actually going to say. This has nothing to do with the president, and it has nothing to do with the policies of one said president. This has more to do with all leadership. And here's what I've learned from being a husband. I've got 2 kids. And when me and my wife are not on the same page and we are discussing it, arguing in front of them, do we look like leaders? No, we don't. So even though we have the position of husband, wife, parents, we are not leading our children in a way that they could learn. I recently saw a podcast that explained this exact same thing. And I can't remember, I think it was the Giving podcast. And the young lady was talking to her father. And what she said to her father, she says, "Dad, I've never seen you and Mom argue." He says, "Yeah, because not that we never disagreed. We just never did it in front of you guys. We just talked it out so that when we did come out, there was never any strife. You couldn't see it." The leaders of today could learn a lesson from leadership like that. So, state officials, federal officials, all the officials should be working together, even if they don't agree. Case in point. Shout out to Tiffany Montgomery. She's a prophet of today. And she said something on a recent post. She says, "Look, I may not necessarily endorse the president. It's the thing, but I don't necessarily endorse or agree with the pilot on the plane that I'm riding. And the plane that I'm riding, I'm not going to be trying to get the pilot out of the cockpit. I'm going to allow the pilot to get me to where I'm going. I cannot afford for that pilot to crash." We cannot afford for our leaders not to work together. So why do I bring these common things up today? I bring them up because as a leader, we've got to take a cue from what's happening in the marketplace, in the government. And because we run businesses, because we have families, we've got to know that we have to actually work with the other leaders even when we do not agree with them. Happens on both sides. So as leaders, we don't just look to them and say, "Hey, it's someone's fault." We take it upon ourselves. We look at what we can do. We get clarity on it so that we can start creating certainty around our lives and our businesses. So be sure that on your leadership journey, this is the year of the leader. We are 26 days in. Take this serious and allow yourself to build certainty around the things that you're doing because of the clarity, because of the focus, and because of the actual change that you've made in your life and in your business. So guys, I appreciate you for joining me today. I will see you on the next one tomorrow. God bless. Peace.